Hello everyone and welcome to another Dominaria United draft with a pretty interesting first pick Defiler of Vigor. Well, it's a 5 mana 6/6 trample. That is strictly better than Colossal Dreadmaw. And Colossal Dreadmaw is strictly better than a Crowworm, so how can I not pick this thing? Of course this has some other things too, for example your green permanent spells will cost less if you're willing to pay some life, and then whenever you play a green permanent spell, regardless of if you took the discount or not, you will get a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So this is just insane. Let's take it. If this rare was something unplayable, I think this pack is fairly weak. I do like the Najal here. I think the infusion is okay. I'm not necessarily gonna first pick. But if this wasn't here, I would want to take the Blight Pile. I haven't drafted the Defender deck even once, recorded or unrecorded, so I would actually want to go that route, but of course I won't be taking it over the rare here. Alright, so now... Well, that's interesting. Territorial Marrow is obviously just fantastic in a domain deck. It is one of the amazing payoffs, so it's not easy. I mean, it's not hard to get this into a 8/8. 6/6 is almost trivial. 8/8 is rather easy, and 10/10 eventually is going to happen. Now there's also Tatioba, which I could take, but I think I'd rather take the Marrow in here and maybe go the base green domain deck, assuming it's open. Of course, I will see very soon if the lands are being passed to me or not. So other than that, you could take the Wineshaper Prodigy or the Tatioba. I don't actually know even which one would I want to have if I'm blue-green, but here I'll take the Marrow, and hopefully green will be open and domain will be open, because this is not playable in a two-color deck. You need to have this. This always has to be a 6/6, and you ideally will have ways to make it even larger than that. Okay, so the Weather Seed Treaty that only gets basic lands, not lands with basic land types. So I'm not even sure that is better than the something like a Sacred Peaks in here, but then again, I guess it still gets me a land for my 5 drops, so I'm gonna take the treaty here. Okay, Queen Alenal. It's double white, not double green. I mean, with the base green domain deck is of course going to have most cards green, and you can have a base, two-color domain deck, so yeah, could be a green-white domain and maybe play the Queen Alenal. But I think I don't want to go that route quite yet. I will just take the Radiant Crow. It's a green dual land, which makes a Territorial Marrow bigger, so that's what I'm taking here. Okay, no dual land, so it might be so that the domain deck is getting drafted here, but I still see the Jodas Codex here, so am I gonna go deep into that archetype? This is a fairly weak pack, in fact. You could take something like a Phyrexian Espionage, I guess. But I'm going to try the domain now. It's been a while since I got the domain deck, but as you can see here, it's not really going to work now, because 2 packs without seeing lands, that's a bad sign. That said, I can maybe remedy this draft. I can try to be green-blue. I could take the Phyrexian Rager too, but I like the Prodigy more if I could be straight up green-blue. So I'm gonna take these, and my secondary plan is now to be just green-blue without any domain stuff. Although now I get a Geothermal Bug. There's also the Urberk Repossession, which is pretty good. There is a Scout to the Wilderness, but this is also just a basic land, not a land with a basic land type, so I can't get the duals with that. Alright, well, this is a fairly weak pack. I mean, the Repossession is good, for sure. But maybe I'll take the bulk if I want to do the domain thing. Yeah, I can still do it. Okay, there's a Wooded Ridgeline. That's gonna have to be the peak. It's easily going to be the peak here. I don't care about this other stuff. This is just for constructed. This is only Planeswalker focused card. But yeah, the Ridgeline is a great pickup here. And okay, this came back, but I don't think it's going to be my... I mean, blue, red is not what I'm gonna be doing here. So I could take this one, but I think I like the espionage enough to just take it here. And here I can... Oh, another... Yeah, this came back, this Wine Saber Prodigy. I'm really happy about that. I actually would like to have the Gas Might. Yeah, it's really good in the domain deck. But this Prodigy is just, I mean, very good value. Here, I don't think I'm going to play the white 2-drops when I'm gonna play mostly. Well, I guess I still might. It's just not a very good card though. I'll take the Prophecy. Who knows? Maybe I can play that still. Here, is the Drake better than the Turtle? I guess I don't care about the 2-5-4-4 as much. I'll take this. So I try to be blue-black domain deck. That's not what I'm gonna do. This is something I could play. That's not very good. Evolved Sleeper. That is of course a very good card, but I think with the Wine Saber Prodigies I try to be mainly blue and green with then of course all the good stuff that I can maybe splash, like the Battle Hymn here. I'm gonna splash it easily, it's a very good card. There's another Weather Seed Treaty, but yeah, the problem with this card is that it gets a basic land, and my basic lands will be like a few forests, a few islands, and nothing else, so it's not gonna be that relevant in terms of fixing. I take the removal spell, and hoping to get the Sunbathing Root Wallop back. I mean, I maybe should pick it first to have a 2-drop, but now I'm gonna take the Great Removal spell that can also gain me the 4 life to, you know, give me more time to assemble my good stuff. So what does my deck look like for now? I'm not sure about the Shadow Prophecy. I'm actually going to... Well, I'm gonna leave it there for now, but then again I'd rather play the Espionage that doesn't cost me life, so maybe I will actually cut that thing. Oh, Drag to the bottom. That would be really good. A domain card, but it is double black. That is a problem. That is a problem. I don't like that. I mean, you can make double black happen still, but I really don't like it. I don't have to be blue. I can just splash the, you know, the blue kicker here, but then again, I have these lands in here. I feel like I should just take a land. I take the land. Yep. Because if you play the domain deck, you need to pick those lands very, very early. Oh, this is a tough one. This is actually a very tough one, because there are 3 cards, I want them all, and then there's even a thing like a Slimefoot Survey, which I might still want to have. This can get the dual lands, by the way. But it is 5 mana, so I mean the Talas Lookout and the Iconoclast are the very good cards I'm looking at, but then again the Sojourner can just be a 3 mana 4/6 in this deck. It can also be a 6 mana 4/6, but it's maybe 5 mana 4/6 most often, and then sometimes 4 and maybe sometimes 3. But am I gonna take the 2-drop, which is, you know, pretty good early play, or the 4 mana value play? I don't know, it's really tough. Okay, I'm gonna take the 2-drop. I just feel like I need to have some early plays here to just not die, and then my value stuff is gonna work later in the game. I can't guarantee the 4/6 to be always like 4 mana play or 3 mana play. I have a couple of 5 mana plays here already. Alright, so the Flame Sage, not necessarily that amazing. I'll just take the Sunbathing Root Wallop. It is the safer pick here by far. Also very good in the domain deck. Threats undetected. Now, if you saw my previous draft, that actually functioned quite well in the deck. Now, can I afford to take it, or should I take the Repossession, or should I just take something like a Tangled Islet? That actually is my 2 main colors, so I actually prefer the duals that produce some other than green. I mean, green and then something else. Or blue and then something else, but not blue-green. So I'm just gonna take this, because I had good results with this card earlier. So I'm gonna take it again, and I'm gonna take the Prodigy too. I have a lot of value generating cards now. All I need to do is survive. Tolerating Terror, probably not so great in this deck. Well, 1 instant, 2 sorceries, no. So I could take the Gas Might, or I can just take the Bog Badger as a 3-drop play, which is not the worst idea, but I do like the... I'm gonna play one of these Gas Might. It's also very good with the Iconoclast, which has Trample. And here it's time to take Now there's another repossession, but it's time to now again take a land. I need to make my domain happen. Actually, I'm a bit low on the lands here. I actually was a bit too greedy. I passed too many lands maybe. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Tribute to Oberg. It's not gonna be that great actually in this deck. Even if I kick it, it won't be giving that that much of a, you know, debuff. So I think I'll just take the domain creature here, which is pretty good when you can deal 4 to 5 damage to opponent. And I can take the Bog Badger right now as just some kind of a 3-drop. And why is the Talas Lookout here? Well, I'm happy to take it, but I also need the lands now. So any dual lands will be very high picks. I'll just take this. I'm not going to play the turtle. Negate is a nice sideboard card though. Sadly, the only land is the 1 out of 10 that I don't care about. Wingmantle Chaplain. I want to at some point actually start the draft with this card and try to get the defenders. Now I'm taking the Bone Rattle. It's really good in a domain deck. This is fine, but I don't necessarily get easy time getting a double black. So I'm taking the Bone Rattle, and then I'm going to really focus on picking the lands now. Yep. Okay, there is a Siwan Reef, but it's gonna be better to pick the Aquifer. And is there something that's too good to pass up? No. I wouldn't mind the Tolarian Kaiser, but this Aquifer is the correct pick for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 6 lands. So not that many ways to get the domain. But there are 3 blue, 3 red. How many black? 2 black, I guess. And 2 white. So it's spread pretty well among the non-blue, non-green lands. No lands. Yep, that's how it goes. So the question is, mostly... Yeah, I don't need to repossess because I have these 2 value generating cards in here. It's going to be one of them. Let's look at the mana curve. Now these are effectively also 4 drops. So do I want to have the flexibility? Or do I just want to take the raw power? Because of course at 4 mana you'd rather have the 3/2 flyer that gives you a card when it dies than this that gives it as an ETB. I think I'll take the Lookout here. It is double caster, but I plan on having enough blue sources in the deck anyway. Okay, now there's a Wineshaper Prodigy, but there's also Idyllic Beachfront, which I'm just taking and not even looking any other direction here. Ridgeline. There is a Rona's Vortex though, but I don't have even that many ways to get black. So, and I actually have 2 red cards, so the Ridgeline is going to be really decent in fact. So let's just take the land. How many non-lands do I have? 21, so I'm pretty close to. And I can play like a main deck Negate and even the main deck Shadow Prophecy, so I don't mind most of the picking lands here. So now I could take the Survey here still. That could give me the full domain that easily, quite easily, and fix my rest of my mana and keep some you know, it will fix my draws, so I will get a good draw step after casting this. So I'm gonna do that, and then it's gonna be the Geyser, right? Or is it gonna be just a Bog with Crusher? Because I think... I'm not sure. It's gonna be one of these. It could actually be the Pixie Illusionist. Okay, I'm actually taking the Illusionist. I just realized that it's gonna work quite nicely in the domain deck. I didn't even pay too much attention to it in earlier picks where I might have seen this without, you know, even actually acknowledging it in any way. Now I could take the Vine Wall, which is the reasonable pick to make. I think it's time to actually take it. I'd rather have it and not have mana issues than take the greedy pick of 3rd Talas Lookout. It did hurt to pass the Lookout though. I'm gonna say that much. Now I'm gonna take a Shore Up here. I'm gonna take a Shore Up. Joint Exploration is going to be better than the options. This is very good, but I don't have much white in here, so I'm not going to take that. and something good. Another negate. Okay, I think the repossession can be now picked here. Yep. And okay, I still got the Prodigy, and there's another Illusionist. I think I'm gonna take the Prodigy now. Now that's pretty good stuff. I don't think I'm gonna play that one. Sure. Okay, so I think I forgot this horizontal view on during the draft. Was there a point where I checked my mana curve or something, or did I forget to put the vertical mode? Anyway, it's too late now. I apologize if you weren't able to read all the cards in the draft. But anyway, here we are in the deck building. So, how many lands did I end up getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will have 9 basic lands and 8 dual lands. I think it's okay. But what are my actual spells in here? Well, I'm not gonna play the tortoise. I don't know about the 3D, but I do like the fact how it accelerates me quite nicely. But it's mostly going to be a basic land, which is not gonna even fix me. Well, it does fix my double blue. I might have maybe trouble getting the Talas Lookout out. But I don't think I can afford to play any other basic lands than forests and islands, which means that this is a little bit of a low value thing. I would maybe like to have access to red. How many red producing lands I have here? That is 4, and then this come on, Slimefoot Survey can get those 4. So that's, and of course there's the Pixie Illusionist, which I can use to get red. Also the Wine Wall can help me dig up something like that. So maybe the, I mean, I don't need the mountain even if I could afford it, because that was what I was thinking. If I could also add mountain to the lands this can get, it would make more sense to play the card. But since I'm already playing, although a lot of my cards are really high value cards, so maybe I just don't mind having this thing. It gives me a jump blocker, and then it can give me some damage boost. I'm not sure how relevant that damage boost is gonna ever be, because usually when I take over the game, I can just take over the game without this. But so basically I will consider this card as a 3 mana fetch a land, ramp spell, also get a jump blocker, and then maybe a little bit of damage. Or it could be a lot of damage, but it might not be relevant, because I don't expect to be having, you know, tough races with this deck. Alright. I do have a lot of green permanent spells, that's for sure. So this Defiler of Vigor is gonna give me some amount of +1/+1 counters for sure. But yeah, let's think about the cuts. I'm not cutting anything that costs 5 or 6 in here, or 4 actually. I do want to play the survey. That's gonna make it sure that I will get the full domain. And I have some nice payoffs. Territorial Motto, Jodas Codex is really good. Don't think I have too many others though. This one's pretty good with 5, because I have a bunch of 5 mana cards. Yeah, I do like the survey here. I do like it, so I'm gonna have it there, but what am I not gonna have? I think the main deck doesn't need a shore up. I will play the Gaia's Might though. And any of these 2-drops I don't need in my main deck. No, they are good. Every one of them. I don't think the Scavenger... I know this has a domain and I might look 5 cards with this thing, but it's after all a 3 mana 3/2, so I think I can cut it. Threats undetected. I have 4 power, 6 power. This is 2, 4, 6, 8 or 10 depending on how many lands are, even when it's in my deck. So I guess it can be like an 8 power creature quite often. Another 4, another 3. So I have good 3s, I have good 6, good 4, and then there are some 2 Okay, a lot of 2 power creatures obviously, and then you know some 3 power creatures. Mostly the lookouts and the iconoclast and the bog badger, I guess. So threats undetected will be quite good. I can also get this as a 1 power creature and then kick it to be a 3/3 flyer. I'm going to play the threats undetected. I'm gonna play the espionage. I think I don't necessarily need 2 of these drakes. I can start with 1 maybe. And maybe the repossession, I mean, given the amount of value I'm already able to generate in this deck, I don't need this thing, which is maybe the slowest value generating card in this deck. It is pretty good though, even if you don't kick it. You gain 2 life and return something like a Talas Lookout or Wineshaper Prodigy, which you can then maybe kick later on. It is definitely a good card. So maybe something like a Joint Exploration won't be that needed. Okay, I won't be needing that. Then 1 more cut. 1 more cut. I think it could be just a Soaring Drake. That's the least important card. I guess it's mostly important if I need to block the opponent's, flyers. But then again, I have a couple of these lookouts in here. I don't have a lot of removal, but this has reach. Yeah, I definitely don't have removal in this deck, but okay, I'm gonna still cut the Soaring Drake. And this is the deck now. Sun's lands, of course. This is ideally a 3-mana spell most of the time. By the way, I need to check if how many black producing lands do I have. Oh, that is... that's a pretty nasty one. That's only 2 black producing lands. Now, I can leave with the BO3 Bone Rattle because I can cast something like a Slimefoot's Survey before I can cast this thing. So I have kind of 3 ways to, plus the Pixie Illusionist, to make this happen, but the repossession, I might not have the option to play it early. Usually you don't want to play it early, but sometimes I might want to have like a turn 5 when this has died. I play these and recast the Lookout. So maybe the repossession is after all a card I'm not playing here because of so few ways to get the black mana. So if this would be my only black card in the deck, plus the kicker here, I think that's maybe better. Which means I could play Soaring Drake, or maybe I should play the Scavenger. I can fix my draws quite nicely with it, and I have some nice cards to fix into. Okay, let's do it. It says domain. Let's do it after all. I can switch, around during sideboarding. Maybe I want to change the Sea Scavenger into a Soaring Drake or stuff like that. So this seems like the main deck, finally, not counting the lands. And let's see the lands. There are the blue lands and there are the green lands here. Okay, and then there's the 1 land that's neither of those. I'm still playing it. So I'm mostly green with some blue. But not actually a lot of blue, but I have this double cast as Illusionist helps me fix, so I need to have access to some number of blue. And this Weather Seed Treaty can get me an island for sure. I'm thinking about adding something like a mountain or swamp, but it's more important to have your main colors function well. So I'm going to add basic lands in such a way that I need a lot of green here. Still, that's 3 green producing lands. Let's say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the minimum. 9 is the minimum, I think, because I have so many green cards here. I have 15. Yeah, absolutely, 9 is the minimum. Now, if I would add 3 islands in here, that would be 7 for blue. Yeah, I think I can't go lower than 7 with a Talas Lookout. And yes, I can use the treaty to get my double blue, so that seems to be the mana base in here. And then I have this 1 land that only contributes to domain, but it does contribute, double because I'm mostly blue-green. Well, of course, it doesn't contribute double when I already have something like a Molten Tributary here, and then, of course, this only adds a black source, but still, you get the idea. It's worth including in the deck. How many white ways? I mean, I have about 3 white for this kicker, which could be relevant. But yeah, this is the full deck now. All right. Okay, totally reasonable hand here. I can play the Wine Wall. Then draw cards. Or I'm actually on the play, so I actually would have to discard. They have... Sure. Well, my own 2-2 won't do anything here, so let's take some land here. What are the options? Well, not a lot of them. But I have white, black. I have 4 of my 5 domains. I need only red. Well, I need the red, which I really would want to have here. So the thing is, if I play a land and the espionage, I won't be... I would have to discard to hand size. But that's still what I'm gonna do here, because I can discard 1 extra forest here. 2 forests will be enough here. Now they should actually attack with the Fate Ponder here, because that's 3 damage. They don't get a 2 life there, but I think they are more interested in dealing damage than life. So that's the correct one. Then I can play my... Oh, they had no land drop and no spell yet, at least. So well, anyway, this is easy. I'll take the lookout, obviously, now. Oh, they had nothing whatsoever there. Well, I'm just, you know... I'm just outvaluing them, so I don't care about trading here. This gives me the red. Yeah, I think it's better to have it. Although the Slime Food Survey will also give me... But I'll still take this. I'm not gonna be greedy here. I have, you know, looking at the cards in my hand. It's a pretty good stuff there. Let's kick this first. Oh, both of these are so good. The Bone Rattle and the Jodas Codex. This just gives me back my flyer. I think I'll take the 4-4 that brings me my 3-2 flyer back. I do need the black for that though, so let's not... I'm assuming the next turn I'm gonna play the Bone Rattle and not the Hymn, so... Let's take the black. So that is Plains Island Forest and the Swamp, which gives me 4, so it goes straight to battlefield. They had a Warhorse without the kicker, alright. Finally I have something I can use to block. Well, actually I did use 1 card to block. I guess I have two blockers, so I don't have to take more damage now. Sea Scavenger will look at top 5. Okay, I don't really care about too much what they have in there. But they can sack. So this is actually +2/+1, so maybe I should do it the other way around here. So this now can be a 5-4. But it will die to 4 damage anyway. I guess I could double block, but no, I don't care. I will exhaust their tricks. Furious Blow there is. I just need to exhaust their tricks and hopefully keep drawing relevant stuff. I can play the Dread Sound to check. For example, the Maro is a 10-10. 3D is not important here. This I can have. So what's gonna be my place this turn? I'm tempted to just play the survey, but I'd rather maybe add to the board here. Yeah, play the threats undetected, the Molten Tributary tapped, and then probably the Sea Scavenger or something. But let's see what they're gonna give. Why would I tap all the green? That I would say this is a much better way to tap these lands. So I'm gonna take the Defiler of Vigor and the Territorial Marrow, and then if I don't get these, I'm getting something else. For example, the Outrider is quite nice. And then I can still take various things. I guess the Lookout is just gonna be such a good one. So these are, I'm gonna get 2 good creatures here, no matter what they are. Yep. And here I could play an untap. No, I want to have the red mana source. So let's play these. But I made a mistake. I should have played this before that, because I could have seen, you know, I could have seen 5 cards, but what does it matter when I have these many good options here? So I'm gonna draw the 10-10. And I guess I can attack with this thing. If they play a creature and they have mana up, I can still block with the Scavenger. They will have to sack the creature anyway. So I got to sneak in some damage there. So now I have a 10-10. Seems fair. Total amount of lands I have is 7. I could have 8 if I play an untapped land. That allows me to have the mana up for the Battle Hymn here. I don't get to kick it, but I don't think it matters. I'm gonna deck myself, so this is gonna get 2 lands. It's also getting, you know, pretty good selection for the draw. That's that. Okay, so I need to win before I deck out here. So what I'm gonna do here is, I think I'm going to kill this thing, because they can do some hunting stuff with it. So now it's time to start attacking with my 10-10. If they block with everything, they don't have enough they don't have enough damage there. So I mean they can jump block with the 1-1, but I have to start from somewhere. Now this is 4. That I could have a 9. Sure. Let's do the flyers then, I guess. But do I want to have the 4-4 here? They can attack with these things. Yeah, I'm gonna block with the Outrider. They take 5. This can give them jump blockers though. Strike team is good, but I have a lot of blockers. I don't think it's good enough. They also start running out of cards. They will attack with a 6 power War Brute now. Sadly I don't have a 3 toughness creature, so I guess if I want to gain 2 life with the 1-1 War, I don't think that matters. Because if I put anything else there, I'm gonna lose the creature. So I go to 11. I guess that's gonna be enough. Okay, so I can kick these, play these. I guess the Survey is gonna be the last card I'm gonna play here. They have more jump blockers, not much I can do about it, but continue the attacks. Where this is 3D, by the way, I think that chapter 3 gives trample, so it would be a 15 power trampler. Okay, the Cyclops can be a problem here. Cyclops can surely be a problem. I don't think they're supposed to attack here. I can just... None of these have trample. Okay, this is totally fine. So this blocks here, and I guess this blocks here. Okay, Prodigy first, so let's see what I draw. Yeah, that's fine. Fine auto-tapping there. Well. Well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so... Don't really matter, I guess. Six in the air, they have to block these, but they have a 1/1 to do that. They have no hand there. I'm thinking about the Sunbathing Rootwalla, but they can just take it, right? And then I might be slightly in trouble. Although then I have a lethal next turn. If they take the 7 here now, I will have only 2 blockers left though. They block with this 1/1 and they have these. I block. They can. Yeah, I guess I just played safe. I will attack on with only these guys. They can turn me with their Cyclops. So if they have like a good draw there, it's gonna be a problem. Sadly, I won't actually play the server here because I want to have mana up for this activation. Yep. I don't think it matters much what I'm gonna draw there. So they might have the thing that gives every creature +2/+1 and trample, the trick. So let's pass the blockers first. They did have it, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. It's not. That was a good draw. Yeah, that was a top deck. Would have been annoying if I had 7 less life there. Alright. So an aggressive red-white deck. Splashing for the Warhorse, which actually does make sense in that deck. So I need to be aware of the heroic charge. This surprise 5 power of haste they can introduce. They have the Furious Bellow. Okay, so I just need to survive. Shore up. I didn't see things that can target my creatures, did I? Not really. So shore up can untap, but it's not necessarily that great. Is anything here? I mean, is anything here too slow that I shouldn't be playing? I think the threats undetected might be better off being something like a blocker in here. Feels like that way. Negate could be used for the one thing I saw, but I mean, it's mostly creatures. I don't think I necessarily need to negate there. Yeah, this thing gives trample, right? +X and trample, so it's really good with the Maro actually. Yep. I think I'm not going to do any other changes though. This will be fine. And this is fine too. I can actually, well, assuming I get the second blue, I can go 2, 3, 4 in here. If they don't play a 2-drop, I'm not gonna play the Prodigy because this Prodigy would be my 4-drop here if I don't draw the second blue here. Okay, I have the perfect blocker for that. That's really sweet. And I can chain these Prodigies, this is really good. The fact they missed that 2-drop is gonna be quite annoying for them. Because I am under no pressure here. Badger. Well, But they can attack with these and threaten activation, of course. But I still feel like I want to use all the 4 mana here. If I really want to, I can double block. Alright, well, let's take the Defiler of Vigor. That seems very good. So if I double block this, they can threaten it to be... Well, let's see what they're gonna play pre-combat. If they have to sack 2 creatures to make this survive, I mean, then their 2 creatures will trade with this two guys I'm having here. Okay, so no problem about that, no attacks. There's a Marrow also, well... The Marrow is now an 8/8. Really? That's really big. But I want to get my counters, and the only way to do that is to play this first and then start casting. Okay, hopefully this will survive. I will see. I'm at 20, so I can take some damage. I'm not planning to block with the Defiler of Vigor. Okay, so I am assuming they do have a... They could have the first strike trick, of course. And then they can have a... It's tough, because if they have the first strike trick, my blocks are pretty bad. Also don't want to lose these, because they are about to pick some counters. They also can have the +2/+1 for everyone. Now if I knew they have exactly that and nothing, and not the first strike trick, I wouldn't mind blocking the Cyclops in that case. I'm also feeling a bit sorry about not playing this Marrow. Maybe I should have played the Marrow, but... Okay, let's focus. I don't have to do anything too crazy. I can... Now, if I do this and nothing else, then if they have the +2/+1, I take 7, 12, 13. I will be at 7 in that case. But I'm gonna still do it. They have to do something about this anyway. I guess they can just sack it to D5, but... Cleaving is good. Okay, they had that. Well, I take only 8. Now I can start doing stuff. I do need another blue though. But I have a Bone Rattle, which is gonna bring this guy back. It won't get a counter though, because I don't have an untapped land. I don't want to pay too much life here. Yeah, this is tough now, because they have the 2 flyers in here. I didn't expect to see those flyers. Yeah, my attack was... I mean, my block was... I mean, I guess if they had these and the first strike trick, yeah, then I was in a bad shape regardless. I guess I just have to live with the fact they have the flyers in there. I mean, I can't take so much damage here. I just have to do it like this. And now if they... I mean, I'm gonna go to 8 at least, and it's possible they have the more tricks there, and then of course I will be in trouble here. Battle. Okay, that's the best. Okay, I'm gonna go to 8 only here. Now I need a flyer, which I can get though. That can get me the island. And I can pay also, I mean, it also gives me counters on these guys. So if I pay this with life, it's gonna be tough. I mean, I'm gonna lose to the Cyclops. That's the problem here. Man, the flyers actually get me here. I could get this back with this thing, but I have to pay to sit 2 life for that. Yeah, I'm gonna lose to the Cyclops. That's just how it goes. I mean, they can just eat their team, burn me, because I will be at low enough life total. That's just what's gonna happen. And I can't win with the chapter 3 there at 22. I could introduce a bunch of trample attacks here. That's... Oh, am I actually... Okay, what the... I'm losing here, I don't care. I lost my time. I lost my priority there. I had no timeouts there. So the thing is that so let's say I play the 3D. This gets a counter. 9, 9, 9. That's 5, 5. Then I can give this +4 and trample 5. That's 18 power trample. It's not enough. They can't just take it. They don't even have to jump block or anything. I lost to these flyers. Man, the Skyrider was annoying because I had the blocker for this thing, but they had the means to deal with that. Well, let's try better luck now. I'm gonna definitely take the Soaring Drake number 2 here now. And maybe... I don't know, I'm thinking about the negate because of their tricks. The tricks make it easier to attack. But what am I gonna cut if not? I guess I can cut the Sea Scavenger and maybe the Phyrexian Espionage and then put the negate in the deck just to make sure I can safely counter their tricks. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do here. Okay, no blue, but I have the... Yeah, but I don't have the blue here. That's actually... It's kind of nasty though, because this is a pretty good hand if I find one blue, because then I can play the Illusionist and then I have 2 blue for the lookout. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it now. I need green spells or islands. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those in the deck, but so far I'm drawing... I don't have a lot of blue cards, so I don't think I can have too many bad draws in here. Let's try it. But apparently... Oh boy. Well, I mean, the domain decks have to suffer from the mana issues. But it's just that my mana is actually quite good in this deck. I have 9 ways to get green. I can draw freely with this card from the next turn onwards. Then I have 9 green and 7 blue, plus I can fetch blue sources as well, so it is a really decent mana base here. But now once I play this, I have a full domain. Oh man, come on, opponent, why did you do that? At least they're not pressuring me, but I really didn't like that happening. Because now I don't actually... And I drew a blue card. Okay, I'm gonna say I was a bit unlucky, because not only didn't I draw the blue source early, I did draw just blue cards in there, which is just actually insane. It's actually insane here. Yeah, now they have the 5-4. Yeah, this was a... I mean, I kept the hand without the blue source, but I really got punished by, I mean, not getting the... Not getting the... you know... Even the green spells, which I have the majority in the deck. Right, so I can have negate up, but I need to kill this guy. So I guess I'm gonna just... I need to play these without kicking them, as bad as it sounds. I think that's what I'm gonna do here. So I can double block the Cyclops. But they can have creatures so that they can kill the Prodigy. One of them, I mean. Okay. No play, no nothing there. That's not so bad for me at all. I can play a blue spell because I can make a land into something I can use negate with. So let's see. Yeah, I don't like the fact I took so much damage in there, and I mean lost the kicker value out of these cards because I couldn't really. They're gonna get these guys back. Yeah, I would need to kill the Cyclops. That's the only way I could have a chance in here. Yeah, the fact I go to 8 life here, that's such a bad thing. Okay, fine, whatever, let's do this. I don't even have actually mana to both use the gas might, and I might have to take an island if I see one. Which I don't. So they're gonna pay 5 mana and then they can attack with everything, and they can... Okay, they also have that turn. All they need is 8 creatures and the Cyclops will just kill me, because they have the mana there too. Yeah, this was a mess. Alright, so the only chance I can win is by killing this Cyclops, but then do I have enough blockers? I guess I have then Gas Might, but I don't like the fact that I can't negate. I wish this was an island, because they might have a trick there, but I mean I have to play as if they don't. So I need to get rid of the flyers, because they will just kill me otherwise. This and this, and I guess this is needed. Oh, it doesn't actually work that way. I need to do it like this actually, because I can't put a 2 toughness creature on front of the Cyclops. They can kill it in response to the Gas Might. So I'm taking now 5, and they can put me down to 1. Well, I mean, I will survive that. Oh boy. If they negate, if they play something that I have to negate, I won't have mana for the Gas Might and I will lose, because then the Cyclops will survive, and then they can burn me. I hope they just are using the Cyclops here too. Okay, they actually did that, which is that's bad, because now they will have the Mesa Cavalier here, but I do have a lookout in here, so I can block it actually. I don't know, I'm gonna go down to 2 here, because they will... Well, actually they didn't use the Cyclops there, so I go down 3. They could have burned me. Did they forget it's possible to burn players? It's any target? Well, if they did, that's very good. And I still have the Soaring Drake here, of course, to block here, so I can actually leave them negate up here. And play this with the blue. Okay. This is fine. I'm actually still in the game. Wow, didn't expect that to happen. That doesn't allow me to leave negate up. Now, do I need to do that? I feel like I need to. Okay, good. Very good. I will wait until I guess, before I do something with the lookout. I can't wait forever though. Well, there is something, but okay, I can play this for 4, and then I can still kick the battle him here. So let's do it. Scry to top. Okay, that's good to keep in mind. Finally, there's some more blue here. Alright, alright. I am in the game. I can start attacking for 7 with the Root Follow. I'm not going to attack with the lookout. That leaves me with negate and the ability to kick the... No, I can't. I don't have both. But I have to deal the damage here. I mean, I have to choose between negate. Well, I know I can still play both of them. Okay, artillery blast in there. I mean, that has to happen. I'm not going to counter that. So I can still play both my spells, but I can't kick the battle hymn in that case. But I guess it's enough to have one of them. So let's see how they choose to do it. Okay. So this here, right? This here, and this in here. And then I have a negate up. Okay, I am in the game. I will be playing. Wait a minute. I want to have access to 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves me for. I want to play the Soaring Drake, so that means I can leave both negate and kicked battle hymn up, because the 4 life will be super relevant here, I'm sure. Let's just attack with this guy. I know I can't now leave that setup up, but I feel like I wanted to start attacking here. They would need to draw something very good for my 2 spells to not be enough. Okay, there we go. What's it gonna be? No lightning strike, please. Okay, now I have the 4 mana up in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can do this and still have kicked battle hymn up. Okay. I get to keep one of these. Marrow and Bone Rattle are both good. Then I will attack with... I mean, I can gain 4 life with this thing, so I guess I'll just do like this. Don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully. Yep, they can gain life. Yeah, they have flooded for sure, but of course... I was unlucky in the beginning of the... Oh, I should have left 1 blocker because they might have a steal a creature kind of an effect. Oh man, I lost that. But yeah, I was unlucky in the beginning of the game, so they are now flooding out here in the end of the game. Okay, yeah. Because if I go to my... I mean, all I needed in the first couple of turns to draw one of the 7 blue sources I have in the deck, or just, you know, not draw blue cards, because I don't have a lot of blue cards, so that was really nasty to draw them. But in the end, I was able to deal with the situation involving the Hurler Cyclops, because they were winning with this card, but they attacked with it, and then I was able to kill it in combat, and that was enough to stabilize and win. Wow. Okay, this is a fine hand. I have both colors. Again, I have the one land in my deck that doesn't produce either of my main colors. Right, green, white. Alright, well that is... okay. Hard mode engaged right away, because... I have so few removal... I mean, the problem of this deck is that I don't have removal spells. And this is just gonna grow insanely larger, because that's the first play they have. There's no point playing a 2-drop that cannot even trade with it, so I'm just gonna do this. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a fast game. I can't move the beast color because I don't know if I have it. Well, I do. Jeez. My only removal in the deck. They still get the +1/+1 counter on the Drake, so I mean, they are still having a 3/4 flyer. It's not easy for me, but at least it's not completely horrible here. But that was a lucky update. Hopefully they cannot punish me too much here now. Alright, so I'm gonna play threats undetected or the espionage. Good question. I guess I wouldn't mind having more land drops, so I'm going to play this espionage now. There we have land drops. I go to 11, then I can play the territorial marrow. And I have all of the domain, right. Even if they counter this, I can actually return it with this, because I will be able to return a 5-drop to the battlefield. It doesn't go to my hand. So is the opponent just totally flooded there? I'll see what happens. They left this thing to block for a reason. I mean, this doesn't have reach or anything, so I'm not exactly sure what is going on in there, but I guess I'll kick this guy now. Get me a gas mite. It's a +5/+5. Bug Badger gives me... that is, I have the black, of course. I think I like the mite slightly more. But what's the opponent doing? They're not doing anything, so it's a weird... I mean, I thought I was losing the game when they played the beast color, and now the opposite is the... I mean... So all they had going on is the beast color into Soaring Great. They just drew lands. And I happened to draw my only freaking out to this thing. And of course I had my great payoff myself, the 10/10 here. Did I actually have any other removal? There's the Battle Hymn. And... there is no other removal. I don't even have any weak removal on the sideboard. So winning that game was just amazing. Because raising a turn 2 that, you know, beast color is just very tough. Especially with my deck. Now, what can I try to do here? I don't think I can try anything amazing here. I saw 2 cards from them. They are banned colors plus this Sunlit Marsh. I don't think any of these is really that important. I'm going to keep the same deck and let's see how it goes. Well, I have full domain here. I mean, this is the kind of deck that just wants to eat the land drops. Most of my spells are pretty good here. I will play this first. Maybe the Wine Wall isn't the best here. So, blue-black. So blue-red or Well, the bog is just strictly worse because I have already the black here and I don't need black for anything else than the bone rattle or domain payoff. So, alright, so now I could play. Well, I'm going to play this anyway. I get to look only 3 here, but it's fine. One of them will be my draw. It's gonna be the threats undetected. I can play that next turn, a tapped land. At least they didn't get the beast color here, so where is that? So this is gonna get me my Maro, it's gonna get my 6/6. I just have to play a tapped land first. Because now my Maro is gonna be a 6/6 and so is my rare. So I need to play a land first to make my Maro an 8/8. So I can choose them both. So the one that gives me white and blue, I guess. I might want to have the black though. Blue and black. Alright. Yes. And I will have Defiler of a Vigor and Territorial Maro, and I think they have a 4/4, so my 3/2 flyer isn't the greatest. But I have to choose, of course, something, so I'm gonna take the Outrider, and then the 4/4 reach makes these kind of not exciting, so Sunbathing Rootvala or Vine Shaper thing. I guess the Rootvala is just a bigger threat, so let's do this. I'm gonna get the 4/4 and the Rootvala, that's for sure. And then some of that is gonna trade there, and I can return some of that, yeah. It's a war of attrition for sure. They can attack here now if they want to. I will not block, I will take 4 here. Strike team. Okay, it's not really that great actually, because I can do this and... Well, actually I'm taking 7 and I'm blocking, not like this. This, I can trade with the 3/1 later on. This makes more sense. I go to 13. I'm not too worried. Okay, there's that thing. So I will be dealing 4 here. Still need to put the white producing land out. Doesn't matter if I deal here 3 or 4. I'm not attacking because if they kill this thing I need to at least trade with the strike team. I will get the Outrider back. Oh, although I won't be getting it back until I have the beachfront here. Okay, so they have... So... I mean, if I double block, they need to have something. I mean, I think I'm gonna do this because they can't kill both of these. But I guess they have something, and then... Oh, they didn't. That's the same as trading this guy. I mean, they kind of lost the counter there, I think. Oh, that's good for me. Alright, so if I play the Bone Rattle now, I can only bring the... I mean, it will go to my hand, but I'd rather... I'd rather just... what I can do, I can play the Sunbathing Rootvala, leave mana activation up, and then on the next turn I can play the beachfront and then this to get back the thing. Alright, let's do that exact thing then. I do have a lot of lands in my hand, but I'm still in the game. Now they have gone quite wide here, so that is a bit scary here. But I think I can still, assuming they don't have tricks, I mean... I can survive. Rootvala is a 6/6. And of course I can just trade with this guy, with the scavenger if I want to. Strike team used to enlist that guy. I mean, that's... Gonna block here and here and here. Let's take one. That's no big deal. So now I play the beachfront, that gives me the full domain. I can get back my outer. It would be interesting to get this card selection from this thing, but then again, the 4/4 is quite nice here, stat-wise. So I think I might even attack with the Root Walla here. Although I'm not gonna activate it, it's only 2 damage, not worth it. Not worth it at all. But I will have 2 4/4s suddenly. They take 5. So this Outrider is the only source of damage I ever had in this game, and they are down to 11. So now I have the bigger creatures. They can pump these, but it's only power pump. And I have a gas mite here, so I guess I can go and be aggressive here. How many of these guys are going to attack? I can't both pump the Root Walla and use gas mite. They have a Death Toucher here. I'm gonna of course attack with the Trampler at least. And maybe like one of these guys. I'm gonna have to trade with their stuff here. Anyway. Okay, it's probably worth saving this guy and dealing 5 additional trample damage. Let's do it. Just like that, I have here 3 lethal attackers, and they have only 1 relevant blocker here. Fine, let's see how they scry. Scry 2, 1 top, 1 bottom, alright. So they will be able to use this. Okay, well that was a nice one. Yeah, I do have 8 mana, so I can pump this and still play the Lookout. That is fantastic. So let's force their hand, of course. I don't even need to pump it unless they double block for some reason, so... That's all fine. Yes, I still have 1 green, which I need to make. Weird auto-tapping, but well, I guess I need the 1 green. That's all I need, so it's fine. Fine way to tap these lands. Okay, they got the Beast Collar, but that's too late. It's not so good at this point. They have to jump block with the Drake, and they have to jump block with the 1/1. Oh, I just win now. The kicker kicks in. So I don't need to do anything else than just attack with the Lookout, and that's it. Okay, I got blue and green, and totally fine hand here. This time I think I'm gonna play a Prodigion 2 because I have a 2-3-4 curve here, assuming I get a land here. Although, that said, I might not have an untapped land for turn 4. Okay, let's go the grind play. Greedy play actually. And I'm on the play, so threats undetected on turn 3 being my first spell of the game means that I still don't have to discard 2 hand size here. Also, look at this, casually domain, full domain on turn 3. Oh man. Not that it matters that much, but Interestingly, now I would have actually wanted to have the Prodigy here, especially because I drew these untapped land, but oh well. So, I will have the Defiler of Vigor, I will have the Territorial Mara, which is casually a 10-10 of course, and then 4-drop, a 4-power creature. The Bone Rattle is good, but it's gonna take a couple of turns, and I don't know if there's anything that amazing in the graveyard to return, so probably just take the Outrider instead, and then I think it's going to be simply a Talas Lookout. And here I'm gonna take, of course, the Talas Lookout and not the rare and not the Territorial Marrow, unless they have a specific kind of interaction for them and they can let me have them. But yeah, the untapped land was still very good here because obviously I can just play a 4-drop next turn and then I can play the 5-drop there. And then I can have these for value later in the game. All I need to achieve in here is that the opponent can't tempo me out, because that's possible with this thing if they have like multiple cheap cantrips, so they can deal a bunch of damage with the key to amplifier. So definitely I would want this thing to be on the battlefield. Although if that was on the battlefield right now, that means one of my tapped lands would still be in my hand. Okay, so I'm gonna play a Prodigy because I'm going to block anyway. So I won't show them that I have the second blue there. They don't need to know about it. So all the cards I have played here are 2-for-1s. Now, do I want to have a land order 3-2? Greedy play. It also gives me so much, selection. I get to see 5 cards, get to draw the best of those. But now this is the thing that can happen here with double key to amplifier. It's actually a big deal now that I didn't have the Prodigy there. I'm taking 6 now. So the thing here is that I might actually I would really like to just play the Outrider here, but I think I have to just play the Scavenger and the Prodigy to actually have blockers in here. I get to tune my draw here anyway. The Bone Rattle will be nice. I'm gonna take the Bone Rattle here. I mean, it won't be played anytime soon, but it will be great if I get to stabilize. But now the problem is if they have more removal, I take a ton of damage here and I will basically just lose if they can deal with both of these guys. Alright. Yeah. Oh, but wait a minute, they didn't have a... Oh, it's no big deal because they actually obviously didn't have the... I mean, they bounced my creature, but they didn't get to pump these guys. Alright. So, here, and then I can... Well... Thing is, I can play an Outrider, or I can play the Scavenger, tune my draws, and have the Gas Might up. I guess I can have these and have a Gas Might up too. But I might be interested in tuning my draws. Now, if I'm gonna play the Bone Rattle at some point, I want to return something relevant there though. So let's actually do this. Do this and hope that whatever removal they might have is burn based, so I can save with +5/+5 this creature of mine. Okay, Impulse there means they can still find the 1 mana. I'm still taking 10 here when they attack with their team there. I'm gonna go to 3 here. And they might have the +2/-2 effect here, but they did not. But they have to of course attack now. and I'm going down to 3. Both of these will be lethal if they have any trigger for them. I will just need a land here. That's an oh, but that's a good one too. I'm gonna take that. Of course, a tap land isn't even that good because it wouldn't have allowed me to play the bone rattle here. What I can do here now though is, well, sadly, I can't kick this and play the root follow. I can. That's rough. Yeah, I have all the ways to win you know, the long game if I just can. I mean, I guess I just have to do this before they untap or anything. I mean, I'm gonna go to 7, so I hope they don't have the kind of, you know, tricks that, you know, can be just cast. If they have interaction spells, it's not so great, but if they have like a +3/+0 and first strike, of course I will just lose. But I think I wouldn't have been in such a... Oh man. Yeah, the key to amplifiers. Really. Oh man, they only need... Well, I don't know. I think I did the best I could here. Well, they didn't have another trigger for it, but a creature which will be unblockable. Alright. That is horrible. Well, what ways to gain life do I have? I don't think in addition to this I have a lot. Because I could tune my draws, but I think it's time to try to raise them. Maybe they don't get any more. I mean, they need to have an instant sorcery to make this unblockable, but... Oh well, there it is. Oh man, their deck is really good though. But I mean, I wish I had 3 key to amplifiers. I would love to play a blue-red deck that has lightning strike, 3 key to amplifiers and all that. They can bounce one of my guys and then attack. It's not gonna be... Still need 1 instant sorcery, but I guess it's not a hard thing to do. So I do have his 7, I guess I can play the Lookout and the Scavenger to my draws, but I don't think I have way to... The figment here is really nasty. That can give me... I mean, even the... It all depends on if they have instant sorcery. If they do, I lose. So what's the fastest way for me to win? I guess it is the... Better Siege 3D maybe? I think that actually is the fastest way for me to try to get to some kind of victory here. I guess if they have only lands, I can still survive, but... That's not gonna last for that long, I don't think. So, I'm going to play 2 creatures and then... How to do it? So if they find any kind of removal, that's most likely going to be an instant or sorcery, so I don't have to play around removal spells. Because the instant or sorcery will make it lethal with this thing anyway. So I can safely attack here. That's the thing. Because I will play 2 creatures, so I will be able to block all of these. So I'll do it like this. Because I will have a victory on the next turn. I guess if they have a counter spell, but no, they didn't. Yeah, because the Weather Seed 3 will give me +5/+5 and trample, so now it's about this draw step. If they have an instant or sorcery now, I will lose. That works. No, it doesn't work because this is just 1 power guy. Oh yeah, because they would have bounced the blocker, but then attacking all, which means that I can take 1 and go to 1. And now I will win the game because... Well, I think I will win with that too. But I can go straight to chapter 3. Let's not make any stupid mistake here now. Because I lost my flyer, so I can make a... Do I have 7 mana? Yes, I do. So I can give Menace and then... This will be a 9/9 Trampler. They block with 3 and 2. That means... 4 gets trampled over, and then I have still 3. Okay, yeah, this is going to work. This has to work, right? Assuming they have nothing. So Weather Seed Treaty. This thing. Kick this. And win. Oh man. What a crazy game. So they have at least 4 Q2 amplifiers. And they have many, they can't. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. If I knew their deck, I would definitely have played a turn 2 Vine Shepherd Prodigy. I mean, look at this deck. That's just a beauty. This is the kind of deck where Impulse is great. I mean, if you have 4 of these, and who knows, maybe they have more. But Impulse is great. All the interaction here is good. They even have the Micromancer to get stuff like a Rona's Vortex or the Flowstone Infusion. I'm scared about that deck, but at least now I know about it. So I'm gonna play the Shore Up for sure. And I'm going to... think I'm gonna play the Negate. How about the Drakes? I don't think I'm gonna play the Threats Undetected. It's way too slow here. I mean, the Codex is probably too slow, but it's such a nice way to just draw free cards. I haven't used this at all in this event, but it's been a tough set of games, I guess. I mean, I have to still cut something here though, so maybe it is the Codex. Okay, let's cut the Codex. And then I could have more blockers here, but maybe not. Okay, I will have one of these Soaring Drakes. Okay, now this is a little bit more defenses in here. Okay, another one of these hands that don't have blue mana, but I have a Vine Ball which I can cast. Also my only removal spell. Opponent also did mulligan here to 6, and they're deciding, yeah, they kept 6. And there is the blue as well. Well, I can cast the Vine Ball, although I might cast the Iconoclast here. I mean, I will. I'm definitely blocking that thing if I'm given the option to do that. An untapped land would actually be nice. And that's going to be an island, right? So now I can play the Prodigy on the next turn, which at least threatens to block the amplifier here. And they don't really want to. Okay, I'm actually, blocking here. I don't care if they use a spell to get rid of the Vine Wall. I don't take 1 damage just for fun. So they don't really want to actually bounce the Prodigy. Scatter. Nope. I want to have the black mana, so if I can find it, I think. Yeah, well, 3 lands, I'll take the one that produces black. I still am one. Yeah, the plains sort of domain, but I mean, this is a lot easier now than in the first game because opponent didn't really get the kind of start. Okay, they had to do that just to deal some damage here. I think I can take 3 here now. Not gonna jump block at this point. Right, pulse makes sense, but I can go to 15. Okay, so now I can play the Drake here. I have to decide whether I want to leave the Gas Might or the Shore Up. I think the Shore Up is better, so I'm going to Okay, they're gonna bounce that, but it's not been doing anything because they can't attack with the, I mean, they can attack with the 1 power 1-2, but it doesn't do anything, so... I can actually make them discard their final card. Now they can top deck something like an Impulse and something like that, but also making them discard their final card seems pretty fun. So let's do the greedy play. No land, by the way. It was a Flowstone infusion. Wow, no land. Excuse me. Well, I mean, hand is full of good stuff, so... This is rather annoying, actually. Wow. I guess the Bone Rattle is gonna return whatever I'm gonna discard, so... Actually, let's... do that. Let's do that. I was wrong, I need the white producing land there. I don't have it, I mean it goes to hand only. So I should have actually discarded the Sea Scavenger. Oh boy. That was a mistake. To get the Vortex, yeah, kinda messed up there. Well, they can bounce a thing, so I shouldn't really... Well, I have the Gaia's Might here to kill something. Yeah, so this is fine. I'm gonna tune my draws now. If they wanna bounce this thing, I can tune my draws again, which is fine. Negate is good though. Huh. I do want to have the land. No, I had the land here, but I don't have the white. So there's no white producing land here, no plains there. So I'm guessing I'm just going to negate. I don't need a 3-3 here. There will be something to negate. Plus I have of course the Shore up and the Gaia's Might up, so this is actually just fine. Yeah, let's do the mana efficient thing. So here I will be trading with this guy and using the light. Oh. What the heck? I was supposed to block the Kitu amplifier with the Vine Wall and then boost it, but now... that was stupid. That was stupid. Fine. Guess I can do that later on. This is annoying, for sure. Let's do the Bone Rattle now. Let's get the Scavenger back and I'm gonna forget about the Outrider here. I just wanna fix my draws here, I guess. Because I can't get the Outrider on the battlefield without the planes here. Now, do I need to have the planes for some other reasons? I guess the gaining 4 life is good and I don't need the Pixie Illusionists. I mean, I'm in an excellent shape here still, don't get it wrong, but I was supposed to get rid of one of these amplifiers by using the Gaia's Might there. Alright, so let's now... I don't have the negate up, but I mean, so be it. I'm gonna attack with the 4-4 here. And why did I... Oh, because it's double green. I didn't have triple green, so that's why my Gaia's Might isn't up here. So green permanent spells, there is one. I'm not going to pay life for that, but let's do that to get the counters. And then I can just trample here a bit, and with the negate and all the stuff I have, I think I can pretty safely do also this. that is a lethal attack. 12 plus 5 is I can negate if they have a trick, so this is it. Alright. Well, they did mulligan to 6 and didn't have quite as explosive stuff, and I didn't struggle here too much. So I guess if you get some of the good... I mean, I didn't even win a lot of games with the Defiler of Vigor. It was mostly the domain stuff, outvaluing the opponent, and this Wine Saber Prodigy just made also sure I never ran really out of cards. So I guess this is just a testament to the power of the domain archetype. I didn't even have like that many payoffs. I had the 4/4 reach guy that deals damage to opponent based on the domain count, and obviously I had the Territorial Marrow, 5 mana 10/10. But I had not really... I had a little bit issues with my lands, but I had basically a green-blue mana base. Of course, I had many Ender's tapped lands, which slow you down. But in terms of my main colors, which were blue and green, I had here really 9/7 mana base, with some ways to get the 7 blue might be a little bit low with the Talas lookouts, but obviously this represents an island, and this thing can get me lands, and this can also fix me a bit. So I don't think there was, the mana was quite reliable in this deck, except for the fact that, of course, playing many tap lands will slow down your progress. But I think if I get to see an early Territorial Marrow in drafts, I kind of like the fact it's just a 5 mana 10/10. That's pretty crazy. Now there are some decks that can just jump block it a lot, but regardless, it's as good as you can get with 5 mana. It's basically a Gigantosaurus that doesn't cost 5 green. Alright, well, that was yet another successful draft, and I will see you in the next one then. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.